you're a professional?
Are you?
That's it, Clark. Show him who's boss.
Oh, we're all in this together.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the Clark Griswold YouTube channel. I am Mr. Clark Griswold. If you are a first timer, then welcome. Welcome all old subscribers, new subscribers, people who haven't subscribed, and if you haven't yet, I hope you will. If you like this video, you can subscribe down below, click that button, and make sure you hit that bell so you get the notifications when I send out the videos. I do send out videos daily for weekly setups, monthly setups. Those obviously aren't daily, but the daily setups I send out every day for you guys for watch lists and possible setups. I send out motivational videos, learning tools. You can also follow me on Twitter at Mr. Clark Griswold. You can DM me there. You can also ask questions below. And if you do like this video, give me a thumbs up. It doesn't take long. Helps the algos, helps me get this information out to more people, because that's why I am here. I feel like everybody has a purpose. Everybody is here to serve someone or something else, and I feel like I'm here to serve you guys and help you guys out, so this is why I do the videos. Okay, so today we are doing the weekly swing setups for March 8th, I guess it'll be, the week of March 8th. We can buy these, well, I guess we'll go through it, but for expiry dates, you can either get the end of this week coming up or the end of the following week, so you can get it 2 weeks out. It doesn't really matter. 2 weeks out just gives you a little bit more opportunity if the trade goes the other way or is not quite where you need it to be. Also, when you're looking for strike prices, we're going to get not quite to our targets, okay? So I'll show you what I mean by that. And guys, even if you're not looking for the watch list and you're watching this video after March 8th, that's okay. Take a look at this video, see how we do our setups, and see how we go through these plays. It's a great learning tool. And you guys will always, the more screen time you get, the better you will get at trading. And it's just going to become natural, like breathing or walking, okay? Or eating, or, you know, pick anything. It'll just become more natural to you. The more you do it, the more screen time you get, the better you'll be at it, and the easier you will have, the easier time you'll have doing it, okay? So let's get started. I'll start with Adobe, ADBE. And if you want to grab a piece of paper and a pen, you can write down the ticker names and the triggers, okay? The dollar value where I need you guys to get into the play. Okay, so Adobe will start out, and the first thing I want to point out is this. This is showing us everything is going down. On the week, we are red. On the month, we are red. The quarterly, we are red. And the yearly, we are red. If you're looking for this indicator on TradingView, you can type in time frame continuity in your indicator tab and look for Board Rider B. There are a bunch of other ones out there, and the setups are a little bit different. I like this one. So we are all red. Now, this week might change depending on how we open, okay? But this is our setup, so this is the first thing I look for. If we have full time frame continuity, that gives me higher probability that this trade is going to work. Not saying it will work, but the probabilities are higher. Okay, and everything I give you guys is set up with candles, okay? You don't have to draw lines of higher highs and lower lows and RSIs and MACDs and whatever else you want to call them. You don't have to draw those, okay? We're going off of the way the candlesticks and what the candlesticks are giving us. And it's the easiest trading strategy you guys will find. And if you find one that's easier, and I'll always say it, comment down below because I want to learn what it is. If there's something easier than this, I want to learn it. Okay, but we're going to go look at this right now. So what we had is in the world of the Strat, it's a strategy, short for the strategy, the strat. We have what's called a 2 up, okay? So what that means is we went up above the previous day's candle and only above it. And we'll get into a couple of the other plays as we go along, or the other setups as we go along, but this is considered a 2 candle. So we went above the previous day's high, okay? The thing is, we finished red, okay? So that gives us more probability that this thing is going to continue down next week. And that's why we put our trigger here at the bottom of this wick, okay? And the trigger is 446.90. Our targets, and I'm going to just change the color so we don't have a problem with this, and let's say we'll call them green. That is our first target, okay? This is where you may want to take your first profits. If this gap between 446, it's a $30 gap. If you think that's too big of a gap, then we'll go down to the daily chart, okay? And we will find the daily chart, I guess, doesn't work because of this big outside candle we had on February 22nd. So let's go to the 4-hour chart. And where's our next closest wick? Again, we still don't have one, so let's go to the hourly. And this is exactly the way you guys do it, okay? You don't need to do it any different than this. This outside bar is just, it is killing us. So this is the last one I'm going to do to the 30-minute, and if not, then that's our target. So looks like we have one here. So this was our trigger, this pink line. Okay, so we have a couple here. This wick is 1. This wick, the bottom of it, is 1. And guys, these are pivot points. So these are where the bulls are getting stopped out. They've got stop losses there, okay? So that's what these lines are. Okay, so they're selling there. Now, if we go back onto our weekly chart, I hope everybody understood that. If you didn't, comment down below and I can do a different video for you guys and explain it with a little more detail if need be. So, okay, we're now back onto the weekly chart, okay? And here we are. Now we have our trigger, and we have target 1, target 2, target 3, okay? And if we start to reverse, then we just get out of the trade, and it's fine. And we take a small loss, okay? I'd rather you guys take small losses on your trades, and then try and get in somewhere else or at another point or on another ticker, okay? Losses are fine. They're going to happen. No one's ever going to go 100%. You can't do it because we can't predict the market. But what we can do is play high probabilities, and that's what we're doing, okay? And it's the easiest way you'll trade, okay? So we hit targets. If you only have a few contracts, then you can get out at these targets. If you have, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 20 contracts, well, sell 50% here, okay? And then let the other 50% try and hit this second target. And then sell another 50% here, or however you guys want to do it. But make sure you guys are taking profits. Don't ever let a trade go from green to red. You'll kick yourself in the butt. And don't ever, if you are red, hope and pray that it's going to go back green, because most times it doesn't. There are the odd times that it will, okay? But if it doesn't, then you just lost your capital that you put into that trade, okay? So don't. If it goes the other direction and you're at a 20-25% loss already, cut it and get into the next one and on to the next one and on to the next one, okay? Stop losses are tight and take your profits. I say base hits all the time. And I tell this to all my people who follow me and all the people who don't, okay? Take your 10, 15, 20% gains. This is a little different because we're looking at swing plays on the weekly, but when we're doing day trades, even with this, if you can get 20% off of this trade, do it. Take that 20%, because you get, listen, 20% a day is 100% a week. It's 400% a month, okay? And last week we hit a couple of bangers. We hit 3 or 4 plays that hit 100%, okay? Those are bonuses. Those are our home runs that we don't hit all the time. But we took base hits all week, and at the end of the week, Thursday and Friday, we took a couple 100%ers home. Okay, so now we close the week at 300%. Okay, so small base hits, small base hits, small base hits. Okay, let's get on to the good stuff here. Okay, so that was Adobe. Let's go on to AFRM is next. Afrm Holdings. Okay, same thing, same exact setup. Okay, time frame to the downside. We had a 2 up that finished red. There's our trigger. Okay, 35.33. That's where we're buying puts. Okay, and there's our target right there. And if you want to find other targets, go further back in history and just go take a look at the wicks previous to this, and those are your pivots. Those are your targets. Okay, AMC is next. AMC, exact same setup. Okay, we're taking triggers at 1635. Okay, I'll zoom out a little bit here so you guys can see this, or zoom in. These blue lines here are for my monthly plays. I'll just go show you guys real quick so you can see. Look, this is on my monthly setups. AMC. Okay, inside bar, inside bar. This is showing consolidation. Okay, so this inside bar, if we cross here, we're in. If we cross in over here, we're in. But go check out my monthly video, okay? That's what that's for. I'm not going to get into that now. I just wanted to show you guys what those lines represent. The yellow ones represent my day trades. Okay, so let's get on to the next one, AMD. Again, we're looking for a 2 up, and this will be a 2 down. We're looking for the reversal here. Same as the other plays. There's our trigger, 108.41. Now, here's why I have these monthly lines on here, and this is important. Because if we trigger on the weekly and we hit this target, well, guys, now we've just triggered on the monthly, and you can swing your trades into the month. Okay, that's why I have those, and that's why time frame this here is so important. Okay, because a lot of times what happens here will set a chain reaction to happen on the higher time frames. Okay, so we trigger here. Well, now we've just triggered the monthly, and now we can go into monthly swings. Okay, that's why I have those on there. Amazon, I don't usually have Amazon on here just because Amazon has very high premiums, and a lot of people who are starting out and have small accounts can't get into the Amazon plays. But Amazon, for you guys who have high accounts and are willing to spend $1,000 per contract, 600, and it'll be more for weekly swing trades. But Amazon, same thing. We have a 2 up that finished red, so triggers will be at 2871.31. ATVI is next. ATVI, inside bar. And like I just told you guys, inside bars show consolidation. Means they don't know, the bears don't know if it's going lower, the bulls don't know if it's going higher, so it's consolidating. And it's like a spring, and it's coiling, and it's coiling, and it's coiling, and it's getting ready to explode in one direction or the other. And if you look just back here, 4 weeks prior, we had an inside bar. Okay, and what happened? We exploded to the upside. Okay, now it did gap up above, but it exploded to the upside. It coiled and it exploded just like a spring. Okay, you want to go back a little further? There's one here. Okay, inside bar, coil, and it exploded to the downside. Okay, this is the easiest form of trading you guys will find. You won't find it easier. Okay, so again, inside bar, we break the highs, and we're taking calls at 81.83, and these wicks, look, 1, 2 wicks, those are our targets. And again, you can go further down the line, expand out, and find the next top of wick for your next target. And look at here, time frame continuity to the upside. Okay, so probabilities are telling us that ATVI is going to go higher. Now it might not, it might go lower, and that's why we have this trigger here. And if we trigger here, we're buying puts at $80.58. There's our first target at $80.02. Okay, there's your learning section on inside bars. Look at this. Now we have an outside bar, exact opposite of an inside bar. Outside bars break the high of the previous candle and the low of the previous candle. Okay, and we play these exactly the same we would on an inside bar. We break the high, we're taking calls. We break the low, we're taking puts. Okay? It's that easy. And this one, Boeing has already confirmed to us on the monthly. Look, inside bar in February, and then we broke the low, and here we go. Boom. You would have had a big winner on Boeing if you would have played this swing on your monthly plays that I gave out in the videos previously on the monthly swing trades. Okay, so we'll go back to the weekly, and we're looking for basically a continuation downward here. Okay, so triggers 178.80. You want to find your targets. Again, go further back in the chart. You'll find the bottom of the wicks. I'm going to start going through a little faster here because we have a bunch to go through, and this video is already at 20 minutes. BIDU, 2 up, 2 down, which is 2 up to finish green. We're looking for a 2 down. Puts 146.40. CRM was a 2 up to finish red, full time frame. Puts 199.51. DDOG, that's Datadog, DDOG, outside bar, calls at 166.79, puts 140.6. Guys, if you're finding this information helpful and the way I'm laying it out for you guys helpful, please give me a thumbs up and comment down below that you're enjoying it, or let me know what I can improve on and give me a subscribe. Next up, DraftKings, DKNG, puts $20.44 as we have a 2 up that finished red, and there's a bunch of these reversals that are like this on the weekly charts that we have today, okay? DocuSign, DOCU, same thing. 2 up that finished red, trigger puts at $100.90. Facebook, same setup. Full time frame to the downside, puts 198.25. Fubo, FUBO, full time frame to the downside again, puts $7.15. This pink marker right here, that's on Fubo. Google, again, I don't really usually put up for you guys because the premiums are so high, but same setup. 2 up, finish red, full time frame to the downside, puts 2606.96. Home Depot, inside bar, big play on the Home Depot for the weekly. Calls at 331.19, puts at 310.48, and these inside bars, guys, are super, super powerful. I love playing inside bars, and a lot of guys will tell you that it's a powerful setup to use. Okay, 2 up, finish red, Robin Hood. Hood is the ticker symbol, HOOD, time frame to the downside, puts $10.84. Monster Energy. Now, we haven't seen one of these on this video yet. It's a 3 bar followed by a 1 bar. It's a super powerful pattern. These usually end up being really, really big plays to the up or downside. And Rich from Trading Wars calls this his holy grail. Okay, this is his big setups that he uses. Okay, outside bar followed by an inside bar, or a 3 bar followed by a 1 bar. Okay, calls at $84.88, puts at $80.86. And I will point out to you guys here, time frame is to the downside. Again, the week is opening new, so this week may turn green. We don't know. But as of right now, that is our probabilities, and those are our setups. Okay, that's on Monster Beverage, MNST. Next is Moderna. Moderna inside bar. Time frame to the downside. Calls 156.38, puts 135.91. MRVL, that's Marvel. Marvel has a 2 up, barely, just crossed, that finished red. Full time frame down, puts $62.34 on Marvel. Mr. Softy, that's Microsoft, MSFT, full time frame to the downside, as you can see. Puts, we're taking at 287.02 because we have a 2 up that finished red again. NFLX, Netflix, another one with fairly high premiums. It'll be higher when we're swinging. Okay, time frame to the downside, puts $356.20. Same setup on NVIDIA, so puts at 224.76, time frame to the downside. Procter & Gamble, nice inside bar there. Puts at 152.34, calls at 157.24, time frame to the downside. Pins, PINS, that's Pinterest. Again, 2 up, red, time frame, down, puts 23.73. It's repetitive, guys. It's repetitive. Look, 2 up, finished red, puts $10.76. And you don't have to play these all. You don't have to play them all. But pick a few that you like playing, put 4 on your list, and follow them and get in when they trigger. And if you can do this with automated trading, set it up for you to get in at 1076 puts when it hits 1076, or set yourself a little alarm. Okay, right click here, add alert 1096, or you can press Alt A. Okay, that'll create you an alert, so when you're getting close to your trigger point, you'll get an alert and you can start watching it and jump in on it. Okay, plug power, PLUG, reversal, 2 up, finished red, puts 2275. PayPal, PYPL, same thing, puts 9836. QQQ, same thing, time frame down, 2 up red, puts 335.13. RBLX, outside bar, nice setup, time frame down, calls 5261, puts 41.93 on RBLX. Roblox, Roku, ROKU, inside bar, so we have a 2 up to finish red. I'm not going to go into Rev Strat here, but it's basically another type of reversal setup. But full time frame to the downside, puts 119.94. SBUX, that's Starbucks, inside bar, beautiful. Full time frame down, calls 93.53, puts 89.45. SE is C Limited, outside bar, time frame fully down, calls 151.20, puts 95.49. Snap SNAP, outside bar, calls at 41.31, puts at 32.89. And if you see here this teal bar, that is our first target. It is also the trigger to go long on the monthly. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Different time frames lead to the same thing. It's a domino effect. Space, SPCE, Virgin Galactic, that's Richard Branson. Okay, puts $7.78 on the weekly. 2 up that finished red. Square, full time frame down, 2 up finished red, puts 105.21. Teladoc Health, that's TDOC, same setup, full time frame down, 66.21. TTD is the trade desk, same setup, puts 75.04. Twitter, TWTR, same setup, full time frame down, 32.98. And I think what I can do for you guys is probably put out a video of my top 4 swing plays for next week, and that's probably what I will do, so check that out. Uber, UBER, full time frame down, outside bar. Sorry, I forgot to name your triggers there. Trigger 36.23 for calls, 29.27 for puts. Next is Upstart, UPST. Again, we're looking, this is a Rev Strat, but it's still a form of a reversal. So 2 up to finish red. This is also a shooter candle. So what that is, we have this long wick with this big block at the bottom. That is a bearish pattern. And when it is at the opposite end at the top, it is a bullish pattern, okay? Something else for you guys to learn and write down. Ford Motor Company, that's ticker symbol F. Again, 2 up, finished red. Puts 16.47. Lift, LYFT. Inside bar, beautiful. Calls at 39.43. Puts at 34.70. Time frame to the downside. And there is our monthly trigger, okay? We go there, we're going long, or we're going short on the month as well on Lyft. Okay, CMG, that's Chipotle Mexican Grill, another one I don't usually put up because of the high premiums. Calls at 15.27.26, puts at 114.13.19. And if I didn't mention it already, I thought I was mentioning it earlier, but let's do it here. So SLB, Schlumberger, all green. Now we start getting into energy and oil and gas, and these ones are trending up. Okay, so we had a 2 down that finished green, so we'll be looking for calls at $39.96. This is our first target here at 41.60. So you can put your strike price at around 41 bucks, I guess. This is a lower price stock, so here's a better one that we can go off of, okay? Valero Energy Corp, VLO. So I said energy and gas and oil are all trending up, okay? We had a 2 down that finished green, so the opposite of basically what we've been showing you guys. 2 down green, and we've got this nice hammer candle here, which I said just a few moments ago is a bullish pattern. Okay, write that down. Draw it and write it. Remember it. Okay? So, calls, 86.35. Strike. This is our first target at 88.99. Let's call it 89 bucks. So, take your strike somewhere in here. 87 bucks, 88 bucks. Okay, somewhere in that range. And your expiry date, either next Friday or the Friday after, okay? Give yourself 1 to 2 weeks on these plays. That was VLO. IWM is a Russell 2000 ETF. Again, we're back to the normalcy here. 2 up that finished red. Okay, puts 196.98. Last few here, Cisco, CS, CSCO, double inside bar. So over the past 2 weeks, we've been shown consolidation. Okay, we're coiling. We've been coiling over the last 2 weeks and tightening and tightening and tightening, getting ready to explode. Which way are we going to go? Calls at 56.91 or puts at 54.26. If I go to the daily, look, same, right? It's not an inside bar, but we had a 2 down that finished green. So we're looking for calls here. If we trigger, our first target is the weekly trigger. And then we can go long. And then look what we have up here, the monthly trigger. Okay, so if we go to the monthly, our weekly trigger, monthly trigger. Okay, we go back to the week. Our second target is the monthly trigger. Okay, so these pivot points, they're not just randomly there. They're important pieces of information that help us trade using the candlesticks. And again, it's easy stuff. Okay, guys. ARC W, 2 up, finished red. Puts 77 bucks. GNOG, okay, here's one more thing I'm going to show you guys. GNOG is 2 up, finished red, shooter candle, puts $7.49. Let's go to the monthly. I want to show you something. Look, this monthly play, I had the trigger here at 9 bucks, okay? We went and we came back. We failed. You should be out of this trade if you were in it already, okay? You should be out. Now what I want to show you guys is we come back almost to 50% of this candle. We were 5 cents shy. So this pink trigger, our weekly, if we go through this and start trending down, well, now we're over 50% of this candle. And when that happens, that gives us a high probability that this 2 up currently is going to fail and turn into a 3 or an outside bar if we pass 50%. Okay, so I tweeted it out. I sent a Twitter notification out. Let me find it. And it may not happen, but the probability of it happening are very good. This is it here, right here. GNOG is very possible to go outside month in March, given we are looking at a 2 up, 2 down reversal on the weekly and 5 cents away from 50%. Okay? So just another thing to put in your hip pocket and a learning tool for you guys, okay? Last few here, NNDM. These, if I wouldn't short it, but if it goes the opposite way, you can buy common shares of this. They're cheap enough, $3.58 for the smaller accounts anyways. Okay? Calls at $3.58, puts at $3.17. Planet 13, it's a big marijuana company. Okay? Or Mary Jane, or whatever you want to call it. Inside bar, double inside bar. So we have, again, double coiling, double consolidation over the last, oh sorry, we're on the weekly, on the monthly. There we go, inside bar here. calls at 286, puts at 255. Let me just go back to nano because nano will change. Inside bar, calls at 358. There you go. Inside bar on nano dimension. Planet 13 we just went through. If you've still stuck with me this long, guys, I thank you. I appreciate it. I know this is a super long video. This is the longest one I've done to date, but there was 50 swing setups that we could go through. And again, I will send out another video to give you my top plays for next week for swings. Okay? So maybe we'll go through one more here, and that's MU. Micron Technology, outside bar, so calls at 94.10, puts at 80.52, and again, you see our monthly triggers here, okay? That's our target. It's also the monthly trigger. This is not our, maybe we have a target there, but we bust through here. We're busting through the monthly, okay? So, guys, if you liked the video, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. Subscribe, hit the bell, follow me on Twitter. We'll see you on the next one, guys. I've also got day trade setups, so check that one out as well for March 8th, okay? We'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.